While different restrictions apply to different people in different countries across the world, we all have mental health and it's something we all have to work on to keep positive.
My type of self-care comes in many different varieties. One way I like to self-care is I like to go and exercise, even if it's as simple as a walk. Fresh air really helps clear your brain. Another thing, cleaning my room. I find that if I declutter my bedroom, it helps declutter my mind a good bit as well. Showering, a very underrated form of self-care. Even the temperature of the shower can help raise serotonin levels, lower dopamine. Like, basically, a hot shower can make you feel sleepy and relaxed. A cold shower releases serotonin and it almost gives you like a delirious high. So I also think showers are an amazing place to have a little private cry, because crying is a really healthy way of coping and expressing your emotions. And if you're not a very public person, showers are a great place to alleviate all of that. But one of my favorite ways is through doing a face mask. I love doing face masks. I find that self-care is some basically for me self-care means investing time into myself to show myself that I am worth investing in, and that means making myself feel a little bit pampered, making myself feel a little bit pretty, treating myself every once in a while. So tonight I'll be doing my face mask, my shower, and I'll be having my little treat tonight. And that is how I practice self-care.
Hi, my name is Namisha and I live in Australia's capital city, Canberra. I'd say the COVID-19 situation here isn't too bad in terms of case numbers compared to the rest of the world, but we are still on strict lockdown, so the social isolation has definitely been tough. So to try and stay sane and positive, I've been trying to keep busy and maintain a normal daily routine. So that kind of involves exercising, studying and working from home, video chatting with friends. I'm also pretty fortunate in that I'm close to my family, so whenever I'm bored I can go and annoy my sister. But overall, I think it's important to keep talking to each other and realize it's okay to acknowledge if you're not having a good day and to lean on friends and family when that happens. So hope you all stay safe.
Throughout lockdown, I have been trying to keep myself active as a form of self-care. I am currently still working. I'm a social care worker, so I'm working still. So I have been walking to and from work. I would usually get the bus, so it's about a 40-minute walk. So I've been doing that every shift I'm on, which I'm actually really enjoying, especially because the weather's so nice. It's just lovely to walk when it's sunny, and especially because there's not many people out, it's actually really calm and it's lovely. I've also been doing like exercise at home, like home workouts, which I've never really done before. They're hard, and there's like days where I really don't want to do them, and there's days where I don't do it because I couldn't think of anything worse. But some of the days I push myself and I do it and I feel great after, and I find I feel great for the whole day then. And especially if I do it in the morning, I find that day is just way better day than if I stayed in my pyjamas till 12 or 1 or even for the whole day.
Hi, my name's Sarah and I'm from Cavan, and what I like to do, to calm down most of the time is to play with my dog Sadie, because she's really cute and she's fun and she gets lets you forget your worries, and she's just very good, so that's why.
My name is Isabella Finn and I am a journalism student from Santry. Painting is something that is in the family. My grandmother was a painter, and basically every time I came home from school there was a pen put in my hand with a piece of paper and I was just told to draw. And it was something that we used to spend all of our evenings doing together. So it's peaceful and I find it quite calming. And also it just helps build up a skill, and there's just such a sense of accomplishment when you actually make something that you're proud of. I started to paint Vaseline tins in isolation. I've been finding isolation quite difficult because I was sick before it kicked in. I was sick with I was sick with something that wasn't coronavirus related, but I had been at home for 2 weeks anyway, and then social isolation had kicked in, and I'm 2 weeks into it further than anyone else is, so I'm finding it particularly difficult at the minute. And also because I was sick, my immune system isn't great, so I really can't leave the house. But I would pick up random things around the house. I painted frames, I'd paint pictures, I'd have canvases lying around, but I had Vaseline tins that I found while clearing out the room, and I don't know why I was compelled to paint them, but I did, and I liked the fact that it was something small, but it's something that is a little piece of art. So this one here, I did a little Monet's water lilies, because when I was in Leaving Cert, that was one of the artists that we looked into, and we had to learn a lot about him, and I just love that style. I use quite bold, kind of ugly colours, but they're bright and they're fun. I don't paint anything in particular. I usually don't plan it, and it just whatever I paint, and I have a lot of fun with it. I've recently discovered TikTok and have seen a lot of other artists using paints or doing other mediums in their meantime, and it's obviously something that a lot of people find a lot of solace in, and I would encourage people to create as much as they can. But yes, painting is something that has always been there for me, and it is always something I'm going to return to, no matter where life takes me.
Hi, my name is Orla. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Dublin. And baking has really helped me keep a positive outlook and a positive mindset throughout quarantine. I've always had an interest in baking, so isolation has definitely given me time to improve my baking skills. It's a very enjoyable way to pass the time as well. I'm finding that with quarantine, I feel very lethargic and very lazy and quite unproductive with my days because every day feels the same and it's all rolling into one. So it's hard to stay motivated. But when you get up and you're baking and you have an end product at the end of it, I find it quite satisfying. So it's a fun hobby to have throughout isolation, and it's a nice treat as well. So you and your family get to have a cake or biscuits or whatever it is that you're baking at the end of it. So it's fun for you to keep your mind positive and yourself happy, and it also is keeping your family happy.
While quarantine is an ideal time to relax, have fun and try new things, we all have to look after our mental health and make sure we implement self-care.